Good morning, everyone. My name is Michaela Hall. We're here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. Behind me, I'm taking you guys through a lightly used 2023 Platinum 4-horse bumper pull. We don't see these come across the lot very often. It just came in fact, has not been through the shop yet. I just wanted to get a video done before that happened, just bring it to you guys and show you guys while it is still available, and just to run you guys through that shop process because it is pretty unique to Transwest here, something that I did not know until I worked here, and I like to make everyone aware that it's a lot more extensive than just checking lights and brakes and making sure everything works, giving it a wash and putting it out on the lot here for sale. They're actually going to take it in. They're going to do the biggest thing, and the most important thing I like to mention is they're going to do an alignment of your axles. So that's something I didn't even know was a thing. I know I get it done on my tow vehicles all the time, but they can do it on your trailer too, to make sure your trailer pulls nice and straight behind you. So we do that here at Transwest, and then they're going to run through hitch to bumper. They have a checklist. They go through everything on this trailer. The doors, make sure the doors open and close nicely. All your dividers latch nicely. They need any tweaks or adjustments, they'll do that. They're going to go through and check actual depth of brakes. They'll go through the bearings and the hubs and repack if necessary, do re-brakes if necessary, all the things to make sure it is as new as possible for you guys. So it's pretty extensive. I like to make you guys aware of that, so when you do buy used here, you have a lot of confidence. And then going through this used trailer together, I will make sure I point out anything that I see as well. But this one did come in very clean. Again, it's a lightly used 2023. Nice size front tack on this one. I was pretty impressed with that when I saw it come in. You're going to have your door that opens right here. It's got your sliding bus window on it, so you do have a little bit of ventilation through this tack room. This guy will open about 50% right there. And then down below we have our brush tray. I have a brush tray on my trailer at home. It's probably one of my favorite things. Just a nice catch-all, I guess, right here, right outside your tack room. Anything small that fits in there, I end up shoving it in there. It tends to get lost, but at least I know it's lost in this area right there. It catches my fly spray, mane and tail dangler, all my brushes, my hoof picks, mane and tail bands, rubber bands for my stirrups, all kinds of things. Just nice that that swings out and you can just get to it right here off of your tie ring. And then a fold down step, so it makes life a lot easier getting in and out. This trailer is 8 feet wide, so you do not have your full length running board, but you'll have this fold down step right here to get a little bit easier access versus stepping straight up in there. And I will tell you guys, if you do look at our floor in here, and I'm gonna be really careful because it's black rubber mat and it looks pretty shiny right now probably. Our wash bay really loves tire shine. He's gonna do that. I tell everyone, we're not hiding anything. He likes to make it look nice and pretty, and black makes it real slippery. But this, once you use it, this will go away. But for now, it's a little slick. But you do have your rubber mats down here, which I love on the floor. My trailer at home is a carpet floor. Not a big fan of that. It's hard to get clean, hard to keep clean. This is much nicer because this is something you can sweep up. You can use a blower, like an electric blower, and blow it out. You can, if it does get wet, you can soak up the water and take it out, and it's not going to hold like carpet does. So this is a nice feature inside of this tack room. And then working our way up right here, we have our blanket bars. They don't swing out and stay out. You guys will see right down here, there's a spring. So this is spring loaded. So right now, if I let go, it's just going to come back against this door. But it's nice because you can swing it out, pull your pads off, and then let go, and it's going to go flush back up against there, and it's going to, with that spring, it's going to want to stay up against here when you're traveling, so it's not just going to go like swinging wide open and all your pads fall off. But I like to show you guys, a lot of our customers do purchase sight unseen, so I want to demonstrate how everything works if you guys are purchasing from another state. And then over in here, right by this blanket bar, I'll show you guys a light switch. This is going to control your lights inside this front tack room. I just don't have my battery connected right now to demonstrate lights, but I want to point out where those switches are and where your lights are located. Spare tires located up front right here. And then this back wall, nice wide open, just good using space right here. If you did need more floor space for tack trunks, show boxes, vacuums, blower carts, anything like that, perfect spot to store all of that right there. And then stepping over to your partition wall, fully carpeted partition wall. My trailer at home has this partition wall full carpet as well. They really love that for giving it a nice finished clean look and just fully protects this entire wall. So when you are using your bridle hooks, you've got high and low right here. Anything that you hang on here is going to be protected by the carpet. It's also going to protect your trailer, but then whatever you set down low, even all the way back up into that corner, is going to be protected as well, because this entire wall is carpeted, not just behind your bridle hooks. So I really like that for, again, maintaining resale value as well. You're not going to get those black streaks from any metal that would sway back and forth right here, and also keeps it a little bit quieter for your horses that are in that first stall on the other side of this wall, because you're not going to have that metal on metal loud noise rattling right there. And then 2 full rows of bridle hooks. You can never have enough hanging space, so I love that you get the 2 rows. And again, just total floor space in here is large. This is a great size front tack room for a 4-horse bumper pole. Saddle rack right here. I did take a minute this morning prior to the video to learn about this guy, but there's this handle right here that releases the mechanism high and low that lock it in place. So all you're doing is pushing down on this, and that's going to release it. And now it's got 2 different swivel points, but it does fold out right here. And then you just got to watch when that handle comes around the threshold, just pull it out and then swing it around. So now your saddle racks swing out here. You can easily access those without having to climb in and out as well, especially right here off of your tie rings. When you go to put them away, they're right here as well. I know when you pull off your saddle off your horse, you're getting everything together. The last thing you want to do is have an armful of stuff and have to climb in your trailer. So it swings out, and these are fully carpeted. I liked that as well. Just provides a little bit of grip. So when you throw your saddles on here, they want to stay on there when they grab the wool that's underneath your saddles. So I did like that as well. And then it also swings back in, and it does lock back in there. I did end up just giving it a little bit of a good shove, but you line it up there, gotta get the right angle, and then it locks back into place right there. So it does stay put when you're traveling, but nice that you can unlock it with that one handle and swing it right back out when you need it out here too. But we'll go ahead and make our way back here. You're gonna have your 4 tie rings per side, so you can tie all 4 off of your tack room side if you wanted to, needed to, but then you have the versatility of tying on the other side as well, because I speak with customers all the time. Just had the same conversation with one yesterday on the lot, that you just never know where you're going to end up, what sort of situation you're going to end up in. Nice to have the ability to do either side. This side will have sliding bus windows on tail side. You'll have your full drops on your head side, but these guys will all slide open that 50% for some good ventilation through there. We've got that awning light up above, so that will give you your visibility over this side of your tie rings. Again, we are 8 foot wide on this box, and we're going to be 7 feet tall on this guy. And then one other thing that is going to go through our shop inspection, they're going to look at, I mentioned they do that alignment on the axles. They're also going to look at your tires. Being a dealer, we have to follow DOT regulations, so tires would have to be within 5 years of age. They have to all be matching, and they have to have even tread wear. And I did look over these guys, and they are within date, and they've got great tread on them. But we'll go ahead and step around to the back. We do have 2 50/50 doors back here, and they just open wide open. There is no center post right there. That's been something that I've seen on a lot of trades that come in this size of bumper pole, is they tend to have that rear post back there. We don't have it on this guy. Opens nice and wide. I really liked that feature there. It gives your horses a lot of confidence climbing up in this trailer. This one is a step up, and if you guys will notice, we do have Werm flooring on this one. I love the Werm flooring for the aspect of protecting your floor underneath this trailer. Your Werm flooring stands for We Eliminate Rubber Mats, so it's WERM, and it's non-porous, non-permeable, so nothing is going to be draining through this floor, which is how it protects your aluminum floor underneath, because none of that urine is ever going to get through and eat away or corrode that aluminum. Also adds a cushion, same as your rubber mats, and then adds a little bit of an insulation factor as well down there. Now this last slant is a little bit oversized right here. You got a nice big wide one. If you were gonna load your larger horse back here, this would be the one to do it in. This one's gonna have a manger as well as your next two. All of your dividers are solid and they are padded. Now this divider right here, I was looking at it again prior to video. It looks like it has a breakover mechanism right here. I just was not able to pull this pin out. So that's something that I mentioned is gonna go through our shop process and get inspected. They will get this to free up and have that breakover aspect. But I thought that was nice as well, because as you can see right now, if this door were closed, your divider would probably hit right about here. But having that breakover feature will get it up into that space right there and allow you to get a better entrance to this stall and have that door closed if you needed to. So that will be looked at, but I thought that was something worth pointing out. Also, something I've seen on these dividers are going to be these D-rings and snaps. So they have the ability to clip together if you wanted to lock them all open. They're already set up with that, so that was kind of nice to have that in there already. And then this front one's going to be your stud divider. So all of them will be solid up here. This one's going to be solid down below as well. And then that solid piece has been lined with that kick mat, which I thought was kind of nice. If you do have one that's going to be kicking and you need to put it either in front or behind this stud wall right here, they're kicking onto kick mat versus your full divider piece right there. So a little bit of protectant there. Then your front stall up here is going to have an escape door off of it. So it's not going to have a manger, but you're going to have access straight inside and outside from here if you were using this stall for storage instead. Maybe you wanted to load this one with your hay, your shavings, your bags of grain, cubes, anything like that. You want to stack that in here. You can do that from the exterior of this trailer without disturbing your horses loaded behind. And then you're going to have two tie rings up high. If you did have a horse in here and you wanted to feed them on the road, you can hang a hay net or a hay bag up there pretty easily. We do have interior lights here, one over each stall, so you'll have that visibility within this space. We're also going to have your two-way roof fence over each stall. I was talking with a customer, I think it was yesterday. Nope, 2 days ago. It was Monday when he came in and he was talking about roof vents and how he's heard to use them, and what we recommend, what I've always recommended and how I use mine at home is in the warmer months, I have my front two facing forwards. They're drawing air into this trailer, and then my back two I have facing open backwards to pull air out. Gives you that really good flow right across their backs and just keeps new air circulating through here. In the wintertime, you don't want so much cold air pulling into your trailer, but you maybe want some of that rising heat to pull out. I just open all of mine facing the rear. But nice, you have the two-way roof vents so you can manipulate the airflow that way. And then head bumpers, as you step out, this one again is 7 feet tall. It's a 7-foot box back here. So if you have one that elevates, raises their head, gets a little nervous as they step in or back out, the head bumper is a nice safety feature up there. I spoke to a show pig guy the other day, and they have the lower trailers and they have head bumpers for their personal use versus so much the livestock or the horses, and he commented how much he liked them. So I can imagine your horse would appreciate them as well. Very, very clean. As I mentioned, clean trade-in. I don't see a whole lot back here. Don't see a whole lot in the way of dents, stings, kick mats not torn, worms not torn up, nothing like that. Looks like a really good, well-kept trailer. We're going to work our way around to the head side, check out those mangers and your drop windows. So you're going to have your drop windows with jail bars on head side. These jail bars do drop down as well. If you wanted to get in here, throw some hay or some cubes in the manger, set a water bucket in there, untie your horses to get them to back out, you're just going to pull straight down on this center bar to release that mechanism and drop those down. Now these do not stay locked down because we don't recommend driving with those down. This is just to get in there and access your horses. And then this will go back up before you travel. But then this guy does pop into place and store in the down position. So if you want to get some good airflow through there, you can. And these are not going to grab the wind and blow and do the wave as you pass trucks. Now we saw that stalls 2, 3, and 4 all had mangers. You're gonna get a manger compartment, these smaller ones over your axles for stalls 3 and 4. And then you're gonna have a large one for stall 1, or stall 2, excuse me. All leads to the same space, so you got really good amount of storage in there. You'll see a few black scuff marks, but that's about it. Otherwise, very clean. When it came in, I got to it before our wash bay did, and there was not a speck of hay or shavings or dirt or anything in this space. It was as clean as it looks right now. So I do believe it was very well cared for from what I can see on this trailer. It's in great condition. We're getting up to our escape door here. This is where you're going to access that stud divider if you're using it for storage. You've got a horse in here, anything like that. This is just going to be that exterior access, and then no manger on this stall here. But you're still going to get a drop-down window inside of this escape door. So if you did have a horse in here and you wanted to drop their window down as well, and I think I accidentally locked it. When I unlocked the rest, I think that one locked, but that one does come down as well. And then we'll step back and just get a nice good look at your white sheeting on the side of this trailer. Not seeing any dents, digs, scrapes, anything over here either. You'll have another awning light over these tie rings, and again, those 4 tie rings on this side as well. Finishing up front, we're gonna have a 2 5/16 ball on this one. Single leg manual crank jack. The foot is just off of it. It does have a foot down there. Just ended up right here. Cranks up and down, 7-pin plug, and then your breakaway brakes right there. All of this is gonna be inspected. Make sure that your 7-pin works. Sometimes these will have to be rewired. And then we did our battery for that is right inside in the front of this nose. A lot of times you'll have to replace the battery for your breakaway brakes, but again, that's something that's going to get all inspected through the shop. Everything else structurally looks great to me, but they're going to take a look at that as well. This trailer is still available. You guys can put your name on it before it gets through the shop, and then if you change your mind after the shop, you guys have that option. But right now, still available. If you have any questions, if you want specific pictures, measurements, anything like that, I am glad to help you with that. You can reference the stock number on this one, or just tell me for our 2023 Platinum Coach 4-horse bumper pull, your stock number is 5U230936. My name is Michaela. My cell phone's 303-918-6367. You guys can call or text that number. You can email Michaela.Hall@transwest.com. Thank you guys so much for joining us and checking it out, and we'll see you next week.